Modern education, it definitely presents some unique hurdles, right? And from our perspective here at DreamClass, we've been really looking closely at how to navigate them effectively. How to genuinely set students up for success. We mean everything from, say, the basic structure of how schools are organized to the everyday reality, ensuring every single student gets work that's genuinely challenging, that promotes growth.
And it's interesting because while these challenges might seem quite distinct on the surface, they often seem to stem from pretty similar core issues, things like, well, fragmentation and just a general lack of coherence across the whole system.
Okay.
So our deep dive today really focuses on three critical areas. We believe that when you address these with an integrated approach, like the one we're building with DreamClass, well, it can really transform learning outcomes.
And that's key for everyone involved, isn't it? School managers, educators, parents, administrators.
Absolutely. It touches everyone.
So here's where it really hits home for us. We constantly see this struggle with administrative processes being all over the place, fragmented, and this big disconnect, really, between curriculum design, how teachers actually deliver instruction, and then how we measure if students learned it.
Yeah, that alignment piece is crucial.
Yeah.
Influential reports, you mentioned TNTP's opportunity myth, they starkly show classroom assignments often just aren't meeting grade level expectations.
Exactly. And other research backs this up. Instructional materials are not consistently aligned with those, rigorous standards needed for college and careers.
And if you connect that to the bigger picture, well, this disjunction, it just creates inefficiencies. Students end up having inconsistent educational experiences.
Right.
It actively gets in the way of establishing a coherent learning journey, where each skill or concept should logically build on the previous one.
It feels blocked.
Exactly. So it really makes you ask, how can schools actually create a truly unified, standards-aligned program where every step makes sense?
Well, this is precisely where we feel an integrated platform like DreamClass really comes into play. It functions as this central, cohesive ecosystem. Imagine having one unified dashboard for all your student data, all the curriculum resources, assessment tools, all in one place.
Getting rid of that fragmentation.
Exactly, helping to create that single, clear, standards-aligned blueprint for the whole school, maybe even a whole district.
And specifically looking at DreamClass features, our capability for mass data import for what we call subgrades and standards is key here.
Can you explain subgrades quickly?
Sure. Think of them as those smaller foundational skills or learning steps that build up towards mastering a larger grade level standard.
Right.
It's about that granular detail.
Got it.
So that feature, combined with using tags and custom fields, it provides a real foundational structure.
Right.
This allows for really effective curriculum standardization. It tackles that ineffective curriculum problem head-on by giving you a framework to align teaching with specific, measurable standards, not just vague topics.
Okay, that makes sense. So challenge number 2, though. This opportunity myth, this pervasive issue where kids are in school, but they're just not consistently getting grade-level content or assignments that really push them.
It's a serious problem. That 2018 TNTP report was quite stark, wasn't it?
It really was, showing students, especially in certain demographics, spending significant time on work below their actual grade level.
Yeah, and you see echoes in things like the PISA results, too, showing declines in core subjects.
So what's the consequence of that?
It often leads to this kind of illusion of learning. Students might be passing, but they aren't developing those deep, transferable skills.
Like critical thinking, problem solving.
Exactly. Those analytical skills vital for the future. So the real question becomes, how do we ensure genuine skill development, real mastery, instead of just, moving kids through the system?
And this is another area where DreamClass is designed to help. It lets educators track skill mastery directly.
Not just the overall grade.
Right. Not just a cumulative average. This allows teachers to pinpoint individual learning gaps much more precisely and give really targeted feedback.
So ensuring every student is consistently challenged with rigorous, grade-appropriate content.
That's the goal, pushing their development forward. Okay, third big challenge. These persistent achievement gaps.
Yes, a huge one.
We see how they impact test scores, graduation rates, and ultimately readiness for whatever comes next, college or a skilled job.
And the research is clear here too. Studies, like those from McKinsey, show these unaddressed gaps aren't just an educational issue, they impose a real economic burden.
Right, and impact competitiveness on a larger scale, too.
It's fascinating, the worrying way how these disparities limit not just individuals, but have these broader long-term economic and societal consequences.
So the crucial question is, how do we create truly equitable access to high-quality education? How do we build effective pathways to future success for all students?
And that ties back to the previous points.
Exactly. We believe DreamClass empowers educators to foster that real skill building we talked about and work directly towards closing those achievement gaps.
How so?
By providing that comprehensive, interconnected ecosystem for schools, it helps ensure students are genuinely prepared by making the whole educational experience more unified and coherent.
And it also streamlines a lot of the necessary but time-consuming administrative work, right?
Absolutely. Managing schedules, handling enrollments, billing, all of that.
Which frees up valuable time.
Exactly. Time for educators and administrators to focus more on teaching, on student support, on the strategic things that actually address these big challenges.
Makes sense.
So when you pull it all together...
What does it mean?
Essentially, by tackling these three core challenges, the disjointed organization, the opportunity myth, those achievement gaps, an integrated solution like DreamClass helps build a truly comprehensive, connected educational environment.
Yeah, it really boils down to empowering everyone involved, giving educators and administrators the tools they need to unify their efforts, challenge students in the right ways, and, crucially, ensure every student has an equitable path forward.
So maybe the final thought for you listening is this.
Considering all this, what could a truly unified and empowered educational experience supported by the right tools actually mean for every single student in your care? What could that unlock?